All sorts of goodies. Maybe I'll make a new ice cream tonight.
Ooh. Banana ice cream.
Yeah.
That could be good.
Could be good. Will be good.
Yeah, absolutely. I like curd.
Me too. You know what I could do?
Yeah.
I could recreate Fantasia ice cream, which was my favorite when I was a kid. Hey guys. It's an ice cream that was sold at Disneyland a long, long time ago. They don't sell it anymore. But it was 3 different ice creams swirled together. It was banana and cherry and pistachio. And it was so good.
Why did they not sell that anymore?
Because I know, they're dumb. But it was amazing. I've made it into slimes like multiple times. Different types of slimes. Because it's so good. It smells good, tastes good, it's everything good. Yeah, so if I make us a banana one, and then I make us a cherry one, and I make us a pistachio one, and swirl them together, I can make us Fantasia.
I love it.
Hi guys!
I will eat it.
I will also eat it. It was so good, and it had little chunks of cherry in it. Oh man, it was so good. Yeah, it was really, really delicious. I know, right? I don't know. It was a stupid idea on their behalf, in my opinion.
This is too tasty. You can't have it.
Right? They were like, it's so good, let's take it away from everyone. Wild. Wild world, if you ask me.
Get it together, probably.
Right?
Get it together.
Sasha, what? What? Why are you saying, what did I do? That's funny, Becca. You're right, it isn't.
Milk with this?
Yes, you may milk or half and half.
That's milk, right? Yeah, yours is half and half because I never bought milk.
Fair enough. Check your mailbox. Thank you.
Yeah.
Make slime. Who knows the song Bushel and a Peck? Just rinse it. I love you, a bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck. That song. Who knows that song? Who knows it? And if you know it, where do you know it from? This is a test. You bet you're pretty like I do. Do the little, do the little. Aww. That's really cute, Renee. Did a little. It is from a show. Amanda and Liz got it right. It's from Guys and Dolls. It's true. It was a test. You guys passed. Good job. Good job. Here's your coffee, dear.
Good.
You're welcome. Might have a penis on top. Hard to say. Some of your words are wrong because your mom's saying them to you wrong. That's funny. I wonder which words you have wrong. I wonder. A lot of songs from my mom, and honestly, I don't think I learned any of them wrong. I think she did a good job. I think she taught us well. Morning! But also, mom is like very musical, so I guess that makes sense. My mother claims, and I have minor corroboration, but my mother claims that she used to sing really well until she got her vocals taken out. And she thinks that they like touch something in a funny way or whatever. And now she's not as good as she used to be. That's what she claims. The thing is, like I told you, she and my aunt and uncle do sing things together that they've been singing their whole lives. So, maybe? I don't know.
Whether that actually happens.
Well, because, like, why would they sing with someone who doesn't sing well?
She doesn't sing well at all.
I mean, she doesn't sing as good as she used to.
Well, she's sounding a little different, right?
Yeah, that's true.
We're still going to sing with someone even if they're okay.
Really?
No?
No.
Really?
No.
You sing with me? I'm terrible.
You're not terrible, and that's different. They, like, perform with her. Not just, like, sing in the bathroom.
You think they're only doing that now, or they only did that later because she used to be good?
Oh, well, I mean, I think that they started it when they were all good, and they just continued. I don't know.
I think that people have memories of being better at things than they actually know, especially when they're younger.
I guess. Maybe.
Like, how do you determine that?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, I just feel like you know if you're a good singer or not.
Mabel thinks she's a good singer.
Is she a good singer?
Yeah,
So. But, like, I think the difference is that my mom, like, wanted to... Like, my mom performed in shows a lot.
Yeah.
Like, she was cast often. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe, right? She was in multiple shows when she was younger, like professional shows, not just school shows.
Oh.
She did theater, like, when she was just in, like, regular school before she ended up going to medical school. She, like, performed in theater stuff.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay. How is it? Beautiful? You missed my entire dance.
I did. I was thinking about something while I was doing this. Like, usually our smoothies, because of the variety in fruits and all that stuff, tend to get to like a light purple or even almost brown sometimes.
Yeah.
And it made me realize that a lot of the time when you're buying smoothies at places, it's more about the color for them than like the freshness of the ingredients or like.
We could make one that is carrot and mango and peaches and all that, and it would just be orange.
That's true. That's true.
We could make one that is strawberry and raspberry and cherries.
My point was, like, I think we make good smoothies.
Yeah.
Not with pleasing colors. And then I think a lot of smoothies you buy, pleasing colors are the first thing they're focusing on.
I agree. Shall we read chapter 7, you guys? And then I will go pack all the orders and take them to the post office. I had the hiccups. Probably from drinking coffee and dancing at the same time, if I had to imagine.
That's good.
All right. Chapter 7 is called Answers in the Attic. Babe, based on your meager knowledge of this book, what do you think the answers in the attic are going to be?
Probably some magic spells. I don't know.
Oh, magic spells in the attic.
I don't know.
Happy Sustainability Day, apparently. Oh, okay.
Sustain.
All right, here we go. Answers in the attic. As soon as Bree finished her biology homework, Mrs. Campbell sent her up to a narrow pull-down staircase to organize the attic. It didn't necessarily need organizing, but there were only so many times that Bree could clean the kitchen or mow the lawn. And since Bree was still grounded, her mom was forced to get creative with the tasks that she assigned her, and the Campbell house had never looked better because of it. The attic was dark and dusty. Besides a little light cleaning, there wasn't really much that Bree could do. So she figured that she would just move boxes from one end of the attic to the other until her mom called her down for dinner. At first, she tried arranging all the storage by season, but that stopped when she couldn't decide which season of box baby clothes belonged in. And then she started organizing items by color until she found that the box of Christmas lights and quickly lost interest in the amount of work that would take. The themes to her organization changed repeatedly until she ended up just stacking the boxes in the shape of famous structures. Bree had been so taunted by questions and theories lately that she actually enjoyed these mindless activities. She never expected to find something in the attic that would make those questions more daunting.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun dun! She stacked a pile of boxes too high and it toppled over, spilling all the contents onto the floor. One of the items was a small treasure chest that Bree had never seen. She could tell it was old from the faded floral design painted all over the wood. She blew off a layer of dust covering the chest and discovered the name Annalise carved into the lid. Annalise, Bree said as she inspected it. Oh, this must have belonged to Grandma. She was Bree's German grandmother, and since Bree had been questioning her heritage a lot recently, she wondered if she could find any information among her grandmother's things. She opened the chest, and a strong perfume scent filled the attic. The chest was full of letters, photos, newspaper clippings, all belonged to her grandmother that she had saved over the years. One of the clippings caught Bree's eye. It had yellowed with age and was very stiff to the touch. It announced Annalise's engagement to Stephen Campbell, Bree's grandfather. Directly under the clipping was a letter addressed to her grandmother, and Bree's heart stopped when she read the return address. Cornelia Grimm, 1729 Mystic Lane, Willow Grove, Connecticut. Grimm, Bree said, and opened the letters as fast as she could. This was exactly what she was looking for. A black and white photograph fell out of the envelope. It was of two young women posing on the front steps of a very large house. The one on the right was Bree's grandmother, so she assumed the woman on the left was Cornelia. Cornelia looked a few years younger than Bree's grandmother. She had long blonde hair all the way down to her waist and the same smile as Annalise. Bree figured the two must have been related. She carefully unfolded the letter and read it. Dearest Cousin Annalise, I recently found this photo of you and me when I was cleaning out my desk. I want you to have it. It was taken the day that you came to live with us at the house. Can you believe that was almost 5 years ago? Seems like only yesterday we picked you up from the harbor. We hope that married life is treating you well. Tears come to my eyes every time I remember your beautiful wedding. Stephen is a wonderful man. Are there any children for you two on the horizon? We certainly hope so. The house isn't the same without you, but we're getting by. The sisters and I continue the family work and have so many amazing things to tell you next time we meet. We know this isn't what you intended would happen when you moved to the United States, but we're so happy that you found such a wonderful life. We miss you and think about you often. Love, Cornelia and the sisters. Bree put down the letter and stared at the floor, a little bit in shock. Grimm wasn't a common last name, so if Cornelia was her grandmother's cousin, then it was very possible her theory about being related to Wilhelm Grimm was true. The letter practically proved it. She searched the chest for more correspondences between her grandmother and Cornelia, but they must have lost touch over the years because she didn't find anything. But it didn't matter. The small piece of information made Bree feel like 1,000 fireworks had been ignited inside of her. Bree whipped out her cell phone from her pocket and eager to text Emmerich. But she didn't care how late it was in Bavaria. She had to share this information with someone else before she combusted. Bree, dinner's almost ready, Mrs. Campbell said as she climbed into the attic. Well, wow, it certainly looks different in here. had some difficulty organizing it, Bree said. I can finish it after dinner. No, honey, you don't have to, Mrs. Campbell said. Your dad and I were just talking and we've decided you're off the hook. You're not grounded anymore. Really? Bree said. She was just very surprised at the exciting turn the afternoon had taken. Why? Well, because your little sister cut off her classmate's ponytail today at school, Mrs. Campbell said. You've done a great job with all the chores, and we have no way of punishing her. And we also think that you've learned your lesson. Bree nodded. Yeah, I definitely have, she said eagerly. Mrs. Campbell tried to stop herself from saying what she said next, but it boiled up inside of her so much that she had no choice. Why did you have to be so stupid, Bree? I love all you girls equally, but you're my smart daughter. What were you thinking running around Europe like that? I told you, Mom, Bree said. I just wanted to have a little fun. And if it's any consolation, I just read a study that says severe jet lag can alter a person's judgment, so maybe that had something to do with it. Well, whatever it was, don't ever do it again, Mrs. Campbell said. She noticed the chest and the letter in Bree's hand. What did you find? I found some of Grandma Annalise's old letters, Bree said. This one is from someone named Cornelia Grimm. Does that sound familiar? Mrs. Campbell thought about it. Oh, I think she was one of the ladies from your grandmother's old coven, she laughed. Bree was certain she misheard her. Coven? She said with a gulp. Did you just say coven, like a house of witches? Well, at least that's how your dad and his brothers joke about it, Mrs. Campbell said. Wait, are you telling me that Grandma was a witch? Bree asked. She was starting to concern Mrs. Campbell at how seriously she was taking this. Sweetheart, witches don't exist. When your grandmother came to this country, she moved into a big house somewhere in Connecticut with a bunch of distant relatives. Apparently they used to do a bunch of kooky things together, probably just European stuff. Your grandmother was very secretive about her life before she met your grandfather. Hearing this made Bree's mouth fall open. Well, maybe one of us should go there and figure it out, Bree said. It doesn't matter how distantly we're related. If we have family up there, it would be nice to meet them. Mrs. Campbell stared at her daughter as if she were coming down with an illness. Sweetheart, no one is going to Connecticut. Those women probably aren't even alive anymore. You've been grounded too long. I want you to make any plans you want with friends for the next couple of weeks, okay? I think it'll be good for you. Mrs. Campbell returned downstairs, unaware of the state she was leaving her daughter in. Bree had so many thoughts all at once, she forgot how to move. She sat in silence as her body caught up with her racing mind. She definitely had plans to make, but none of them had anything to do with her friends. Bree had to find a way to Connecticut. Dun, dun, dun!
Connecticut. Nobody wants to go there.
Well, apparently Bree does. I guess her grandmother's coven was there.
Spooky.
Spookles! All right, guys. I know it was a short chapter, but I have a mass amount of packing to do before tonight's restock, so I'm gonna get moving on that. And it was so fast. I know it sucks when the chapters are short, but we'll have more time in November because I won't have to like rush right into packing stuff. So we'll finish the book up. But I'm gonna get to packing the orders, take some stuff to the post office, and then we have restock tonight at 6 p.m. Did we pick a winner for the giveaway? We did. We did it on live last night, but there's also a video. Her name is Maddie, and she already emailed me, so she did a good job. She responded very quickly. You're making tumblers. Yes, Renee, if you want to make the winner ones first, I can give you the addresses to mail those out right away because we already got their information. All right, you should make a video, Renee, of the tumbler being made, and then we can show everyone how it works. All right, see you guys later. Bye.